All right, friends, how are you today? Aaron Michael Eschenberg here, Honest Day, and bringing you some honest astrology for Tuesday, the 8th of October. Getting into this month, right? Second week into October now. We've got the moon in Aquarius today, the middle degrees of Aquarius, and it's forming a trine over to the sun in the middle degrees of Libra. All right, so both sociable, communicative, community-oriented signs. All right, so sun, self, ego, self in Libra right now. We see both sides of the coin. We see the yin and the yang. Okay, the balance, the beautiful balance. Without no manure, no magic. God, that is just the perfect analogy for today. No manure, no magic. And we're able to see this and it comes to life. And we can kind of enjoy that. We can enjoy the manure for what it is. Put it in any term you want. All right. So it's exciting. And we get to share this manure with other people. Is that all right, we're gonna be done with that one. Further, the moon, or Mercury over there in Scorpio, forming a trine down there. It's the beginning, okay? This is going to keep going on for a few days. Actually, this is going to be going on for a while, so it's kind of really exciting that this connection is happening. So Mercury in Scorpio, trine, okay, which is a trine is the easy flow between two of the same signs, okay? So it's water sign to water sign. Emotions, all right? We're dealing with our emotions. And we're dealing with the flow of our emotions and going deeper, digging deep into our emotions and bringing them up. All right, communicating about the stuff that's way down. So Mercury creating a perfect trine, or not perfect trine, excuse me. It's starting to create the trine over to the North Node down in Cancer, the bottom. All right. So both of these wanted to sink deep into our emotions, deep into the things that we try to cover up. Kind of being sneaky about. It's like if we can hide this one truth about ourselves and nobody has to know about that one little dark secret, But it's like we got to bring this stuff to the light. And then the North Node, of course, creating this trine, which it has been for quite some time, several months this year, to Neptune over in Pisces in its home sign about expansion, expanding to beyond to what we thought was possible, which is just the key to this year is our expansion. So what? Like water, the top of the water freezes over. Surface level freezes over. But when you start going down, life is animated, okay? It's still in existence. It's not just like the bottom of the floor and that's it. It's just earth beneath us. It's like there's plenty of life happening here. There's plenty beneath that frozen crust. So we've frozen, all right, something somewhere along the way. We've kind of frozen and closed off, closed the door, frozen this emotion. And this is reminding us right now to go really, really deep. And I know I keep stressing deep, but there's just no better adjective. I mean, what is Scorpio all about? It's the underworld, where the sun dies every single day and is reborn the next day. It's the way our ancients had a way of saying, it went to the underworld. It went to the depths. It went to the other side that we don't always see. And we're shining a light on that with information. And we're able to communicate that kind of stuff. And the beauty is, one Venus aspect ended and another Venus started. So one Venus ended on Monday here while I'm filming this right now, that septile that's been happening with Jupiter, which is just that fate. Okay, and then now it's picking up again with Saturn. Okay, Venus creating a quintile to Saturn, okay, which is just the coolest Venus aspects you can get, but the positive Venus aspects, because again, Saturn wants to turn that coal into a diamond. The value of the coal is one thing. The value of a diamond is something completely different. So when we take our time and perfect, our love, and when we are absolutely certain, that this is it, this is the path, this is the thing, when we're absolutely certain, that's when it, really comes to shine and we can go full steam ahead. But that Saturn connection to Venus wants us to, make sure that this is absolutely it. And it is, and it's like, okay, we have a cool way, now let's go to the chart here, a cool way to communicate about this. So it's really neat, as you see, here's the trine I was just talking about, from Mercury down to the North Node. Okay, so Mercury's only at 7 degrees, and it's starting to slow down as it's going to begin its retrograde period here in Scorpio in a couple of weeks, right? So it's going to be hitting this North Node and reminding us to be empathetic, remind us to be compassionate and nurturing. Okay, nurturing to ourselves, to our emotions, to the things that we thought, again, we're having our whole world kind of flip upside down and transform and change. Again, that no manure, no magic thing. So look at this quintile here between Venus and Saturn, okay? And then we have a quintile here between Mercury and Pluto. All right, so this is not only this is a creative way of perfecting our love, perfecting the things that we love, honing in on our skills, working with other people, and solidifying who we are working with, as Venus is at the 29th degree today, okay? This is hitting really, really, really hard, all right? Love, 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 love. Follow your love, follow your passions, and again, we can perfect them. Because now Venus is leaving her home sign of Libra, which it's all about, other people, and both sides. And then Venus is going to go into, passionate Scorpio. Okay, and then you see that's going to actually happen later on today. Okay, so this is this beautiful way to creative energy. Pluto, death and destruction here. And as you see, Pluto is also creating this quintile over here to Chiron in Aries. This is about self. Okay, what we can communicate is hugely, or the information that's coming into us, if we are able to thaw our ice. Okay, if we're able to go deep and see all the beautiful life, we're going to be it's like Jacques Cousteau, and we're getting our team of deep divers together. All right, we're going down to the bottom and bringing this stuff up, and we can see it in a new light, resurface some things. And really, this is about death, destruction, and rebirth, okay? Mercury, rebirth. We can communicate in ways that we weren't able to before. And that's kind of a cool thing, is just like sometimes people, have this preconceived notion, this idea that it's going to be an argument. I love Abraham Hicks. If you know Esther Hicks, Abraham Hicks, she's super cool. She's got a lot of cool information out there. There's just tons, and there's hours and hours and hours of stuff to sift through. So it's kind of hard to find the nugs. But in each one of her talks, there's a lot of nugs. But she talks about you create the next argument in the midst of the first argument. Because you see, you've rocked the boat, and then you think, well, if I do this same thing again, or even in a slightly different light, I have to hide this from my partner, from my coworker, from my family member, from my loved one, whomever, because we're going to think that the same thing's going to happen again. And the truth is that's limiting ourselves, and that's limiting them. By us thinking this, by us this perceived notion, that this same outcome is going to happen. That just limits and stunts our growth. That says, the tree's going to be this big forever. It's never going to grow fruit. And it's just, we're lying to ourselves, and when that light clicks on, Mercury's still making an opposition over there to Uranus. The light should be clicking on. And then it's like, all right, no more lying to oneself, And then we can really change and transform. Our communication changes. The way we talk to one another changes. The way we talk to ourselves changes, right? So this is beautiful. It's beautiful lessons, beautiful learning. And again, community-oriented, futuristic thinking. The moon needs community. We need balance. We need harmony in the people. This is just, again, we're not growing our own food, making our own. It's not a solo journey. It's a big group, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And the more people around our fire, the more, the more love, the more warmth, the more we can create together. And that's what this energy is really talking about today, and transforming the way that we communicate with one another in order for us to, keep that circle growing larger and larger and larger. Okay. Take advantage of this energy. It's today, Tuesday into tomorrow, Monday right now, Tuesday into Wednesday, and then on later Wednesday, the energy is going to shift as the moon moves into Scorpio or into Pisces, and it's going to make that trine over there with Mercury, and we go internal for a little bit, So take advantage of this Monday night to Tuesday into Wednesday morning in our community aspects and being social and reaching our arms out, opening up our arms. That love, those good warm hugs. All right. Well, thank you as always. Honestly, it's such an honor to be here to do this. Thank you. Thank you for your feedback. Humbled, honored. See you tomorrow.